I'm back, fans and friends, for this upcoming video. I actually have something I rarely do. I don't know the biggest size vehicle I've covered. Obviously, I've never shown my car because that would be a full-size vehicle, 1-to-1 scale. But for today, I do have, what I think is the largest. The biggest I normally do is 135, 143. And by normal, I mean once every 40 to 50 videos. But for today, I have this one. From Maisto, you see there, the special edition version of the car. 1965 Buick Riviera. 126 scale, which is an odd one. Usually it's 124. I do actually have a couple of assembly line Maistos. They are done in 124 scale, which is the usual normal scale for this class. Hopefully what we will be seeing underneath the hood, as you can see the outlines, because it opens, is the engine, which is fairly unique to this car, I think, for 2 years, 1964 and 1965. And why I'm hoping this has the 425 Wildcat is, you see there, it says Grand Sport, so it's supposed to only come with that engine. And we'll just see how well Maisto does for this. So another interesting thing here is the 3 Plus, when you know that most green lights, M2s and stuff, will try to get for 14 Plus. Here's the back of the box. Sorry, not the back, the right side of the box. Absolutely plain, which means they can just reuse it for some other vehicle. And a generic version of the back. Once again, like I said, I have a bunch of these. Dodge Challenger SRT8 from 2008 and a Audi R8. Anyway, you see there, nothing specifically geared towards the car. You have die-cast metal, plastic parts, opening parts. I mean, it's not opening parts, it's opening hood and doors usually. Rolling wheels, and features vary on different models. Nothing that tells you this is the box that a car from this is in the package. Anyway, we have here all the major manufacturers. So Shelby actually is just a Ford, I want to say subcontractor. But you have their Volkswagen, Toyota, Nissan. I believe this is a part of Volkswagen. And this is a part of Chrysler, this is part of Chrysler, this is GM. This is Ford, this is Bugatti, and I think Bugatti actually might be a part of Volkswagen as well. Obviously Volkswagen and Honda, essentially. Or, you know. And there you have all the... It's funny, actually, I don't see the Mercedes here. It's this one, actually. Mercedes has to one-up everybody, fans and friends, they do this. I remember the F1 car I did had this and then nothing else. So I apologize for that, who are offended. Mercedes, or sorry, GM. That's actually GM. So I don't know where Mercedes... Okay, let's go from left to right. Acura, Audi, Bugatti, Ford, GM, Dodge, Jeep, Lamborghini, Nissan, Authorized, Shelby, Toyota, and Volkswagen. I don't see Mercedes. I thought that was Mercedes. But as you can see, the 3D effect for it, it is in fact GM. I should scan it, but I won't. How do I know Mercedes? Because you have AMG there. And you see there Dodge. Ford, Bugatti, SA, I guess they're their own thing. BMW. Audi, manufacturer. Intellectual property of Honda. So Acura is the only one that admits that they have a parent company. Nissan's there. There's Porsche once again, Shelby, and Toyota, as well as Volkswagen AG. And they let you know that you probably should keep the package in case you ever need to reference something. But like I already brought it up, they don't specify the package towards the car. So it has a weird side opening thing on one side, but not on the other. I will just show you. When you open it, you see there, it has this little flex bar. Kind of weird. But that is the way it is done. And then everything, hopefully, if you don't act like a raccoon, you can just pull it out. There's the entire case. There's the 2 screws I have to dismantle in order to get the car out, which I will be doing in 2 seconds. Because, unfortunately, it has this plastic strap that runs the entire car. and so thus I do not want to have it. The screwdriver, unfortunately, that I have to use is not my usual. It is a full-size Klein that I have. It is magnetized. The one thing too about this is actually I don't see a specialized base. What I mean by that is when you take apart an M2, that's one of them. You have the screw goes into the plastic base, and that holds the car to the plastic base. This is just the cardboard. So unless you're gonna, I'm probably not gonna do half of the work required to put this back where I got it, because the cardboard flexes when you're taking out the screw, and you have an opportunity, if not done absolutely perfectly right, you will strip that screw. There's a possibility anyway. People might be better than me at this. So. And what I was saying is this. This is the base that the car goes on. That's where the two screws sat. Folds down, that's the top, and that's the cardboard thing at the bottom, base at the middle of the car. So I might just not do that. But I might. I mean, I don't want loose things hanging around, and I don't want to lose things or damage them. I did not need the knife. So anyway, I will do the normal stuff, which I find interesting. One of the interesting things is it's not unique to this car, but there are versions of other cars where they only have the rearview mirror on one side. Unfortunately, this was not the era of introducing the turn signal or the mirror, but you can just see there, mirror's only on the left side of the car, and that is mostly accurate. And you see here, there's this plastic thing is holding the trunk, doors, and everything else shut. So, like I said, I'm going to try to do this as quickly and normal as possible. No front license plate holder. You have the grill, nice and plain, and there's cat hair already on it. And there's the lights. I actually do like those lights, but they are not painted. They're entirely plastic, and they're unicolor. So I believe it's just the body built in there. Anyway, onto the left side, you see that I was talking about Riviera Grand Sport. That is the only evidence I have that the engine inside will be what I want. Tires are two-piece. You have a very flimsy but flexible rubber on the wheels. The wheels appear to be, you see the Buick symbol in the middle, reasonably evenly and well done. A bit of a grinding, but when I put it, it should roll really well. That's not what it's for, though. These things don't seem that sturdy. There's the door handle with the key. You can just see that into the cabin. Steering wheel, I believe, has the Buick symbol on it. Yes, it does. It has the old one. Not what people might be more familiar with, the three shields. And what I mean by that is, that's the Buick symbol from previous, I can't remember the year. But now they have the three shields going from top left to bottom right. This is the old Buick. Similar, actually. Not quite the same, but similar to the Oldsmobile symbol. Rear tire, exactly the same as the front tire. They are no wider than the other, and you can just see there. I will try to cover it linearly. There's the license plate on a bit of an angle. Once again, all the lights and external features are just not painted on and or inserts. You have the plastic as chrome. There's the actual normal Buick symbol that people are familiar with right there. And you see there Grand Sport and Riviera in silver on blue, kind of hard to read. Keyhole just above the Buick symbol. There's the trunk. Once again, the plastic for the windshield is done extremely nice. Here's that plastic thing I was going on and on and on about, keeping the door shut, so I will just open them right now. I was hoping that the seats there, you can just see, if I push here, I think it's going to come off. And they are individual bucket seats, at least for the front. Pop the other door open, nice and easy. I will probably do what I do with the M2s and put it in like this. But if you decide to, you can just simply just throw that back on. And finally, without having to do the engine last, I will just go here. It is once again informing us as to the scale and a bunch of other things. It says here Buick Riviera. I do like the cursive writing for the Riviera. Grand Sport, the scale, it says here one of those things. It says here, I believe that's 126, right? I'm reading the same thing you are. But yeah, same thing on the package. So not 124, which was the other Maisto. Interestingly, they don't have a standard scale for it. We have all the features of a normal car, not really plastic molded on. Wheels do not turn at all. So I do have an older Maisto, but it's 118 scale. The wheels do turn to Lamborghini. And there you have, we have what I believe is the production date of the car, 2024, 28th day of January. But I might be wrong. I am unfamiliar with this. You can see how hollow the interior of the car is just from there. You have there the door, the pins for the doors, and there is the bottom plate for the cabins. Wheels are not entirely, it has a very giant M2E style wheel here with the pin going to the suspension. There's a differential, transfer case, and the drive shaft. Dual exhaust, so that gives me hope that this is the engine I want in the car. Like I said, I'll probably display it with the hood open. The plastic, unfortunately, that is holding the engine shut. These little things. There's two of them, one for each side. Not only am I making them dirty, but I am completely and mostly irreparably damaging them. All right, so unfortunately, the bad news is the engine is really, I want to say not much better than an M2. So you really can't tell what this is. I'm just going to say, because they're Wildcat, like certain M2s, Johnny Lightnings and Auto, I forget what it is, Auto Worlds. They actually have the capacity to write what the engine is on the hood. Sorry, not on the hood, on the, this is the oil filter, air cleaner, sorry, for the oil filter. And they obviously can't be bothered to do that for this. So you have the most generic engine. I do believe still, though, it is the Wildcat. At least I'll say that. And as you can see, the hood does not open very much. So we have it there. So, unfortunately, it is okay, but it's not great. So if you put it in for display inside the box, which I might do, the engine is completely generic and unlabeled. Usually when you do something well, you want to be proud of it, right? And then so this one, you can see they put absolutely no effort into the engine, which is a shame, but that's the way it goes. So without anything very much other to cover, there you see there the stickers that for the engine. I don't know if I'm going to put them back on because it's so disappointing. The one thing I did forget actually is the hood ornament. You can just see there. Or Samsung has decided no. But there you have it. The not the shield style, the line. Anyway, fans and friends, not the best version of the Buick Riviera, but definitely better than the Matchbox one, because it does have the opening hood. I am hoping then we'll see eventually if Cast Lines ever does a Riviera. They do a GNX, which is technically, by extension, a Riviera, but I have never seen on the shelf a Riviera. And I looked it up, I didn't see it. I didn't do too much research into it, but like I said, it was okay. It wasn't great. So, fans and friends, the Maisto 126 scale, 1965 Buick Riviera Grand Sport. I tell myself it has the 425 Wildcat, but nowhere is this labeled. It looks a lot like it, don't get me wrong, but the Buick GNX, sorry, the Buick, Buick GNX I did from Auto World, I think was one of the best engines ever, and this is probably one of the plainest ones. So, thanks for watching. This is Thomas from Toronto, and until the next one.